Losing a car key fob is one of those modern annoyances that can really sting the wallet. The dealership prices for replacement, let alone programming, can be absolutely eye-watering. But what if there was a genuinely viable, much more affordable alternative? That's where the Vurkcy keyless entry remote comes into play, offering a 2-pack of replacement fobs designed for a huge range of Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, and Mazda vehicles. Now, the big question with any aftermarket key fob is always about programming. And honestly, this is where Vurkcy really tries to shine. They've made a point of emphasizing that these fobs are designed for DIY programming. You don't need special tools or a trip to the mechanic. The instructions are right there, accessible via a website link mentioned in the product details. For anyone who's ever wrestled with a new car accessory, the idea of a straightforward, step-by-step guide is incredibly appealing. It means you can get these up and running without the added expense and hassle of a professional. Of course, easy can be subjective, and it still requires a bit of focus and following directions precisely, but the fact that it's even an option for so many models is a huge win. Compatibility is another massive selling point here. We're talking about a truly extensive list of vehicles, from the Ford F-Series trucks, F-150, F-250, F-350, to the Escape, Expedition, Explorer, and Ranger, spanning model years from the late 90s all the way up to 2016 for some F-Series. It also covers various Lincoln, Mercury, and Mazda models like the Navigator, Mountaineer, and Tribute. This broad compatibility, replacing common part numbers like CWTWB 1U331 and CWTWB 1U345, means a lot of drivers out there could potentially benefit. It's always a good idea to double-check your specific vehicle against their detailed fitment list, but the sheer breadth is impressive. Holding one of these fobs, it feels remarkably similar to an original. The product description mentions an ergonomic design, and it's true, it sits comfortably in the hand. The buttons have a decent tactile click, not too mushy, which is important for that reassuring feedback when you're locking or unlocking your vehicle. For a replacement part, matching the original's form and function is key, and from what we can tell, Vurkcy has done a good job on that front. Getting 2 fobs in the pack is also a smart move. It means you immediately have a spare, or you can equip 2 drivers in the household without having to buy separate units. That kind of value is hard to argue with, especially when you compare it to the cost of just one OEM replacement. If there's a slight consideration, it's that while the DIY programming is a huge advantage, it's not entirely foolproof. Some users might find the process a little fiddly, perhaps requiring a couple of attempts to get it just right, depending on their vehicle's specific quirks or their comfort level with following technical instructions. It's not a flaw in the product itself, more just the nature of programming these kinds of devices outside of a dealership environment. But the fact that Vurkcy offers support if you run into issues is a nice touch, adding a layer of confidence. Ultimately, for anyone in need of a replacement or an extra key fob for their compatible Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, or Mazda, the Vurkcy keyless entry remote offers a compelling package. It delivers on the promise of an affordable, functional replacement, with the significant bonus of user-friendly DIY programming. It's a solid choice for getting back that essential convenience without breaking the bank.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.